done. He's a leader.
Yeah.
He really is. He gets it done. You get a lot of tech people, and you have people, they're good with tech, but he gets it done. So when he said that, he said, you know, when you sign these executive orders, a lot of them don't get done, and maybe the most important ones. And he would take that executive order that I'd sign, and he would have those people go to whatever agency it was. When are you doing it? Get it done, get it done. And some guy that maybe didn't want to do it, all of a sudden, he's signing. He just doesn't want to be bothered.
Let's be real. This isn't a new problem. The federal government has been a graveyard for good ideas since at least the New Deal era. Back in the 1930s, Franklin Roosevelt rammed through executive actions to drag America out of the Great Depression. Some worked, sure, but plenty got bogged down by pencil pushers who cared more about their pensions than the people. Fast forward to today, and it's worse. The administrative state has ballooned into a multi-headed monster. Over 430 federal agencies, millions of employees, and a budget that would fund a small country. Yet when Trump tried to secure the border or cut regulations in his first term, what happened? The orders went out, and the bureaucrats shrugged. "Not my department," they'd say, or "we'll get to it eventually." Meanwhile, the border stayed porous, and businesses drowned in red tape. That's not democracy, that's sabotage. Enter Elon Musk. You might know him as the guy who turned Tesla into a juggernaut, or slashed Twitter's staff by 80%, and still made it run smoother than ever. But now, he's Trump's enforcer in the Department of Government Efficiency, a role that's got the left clutching their pearls and the right cheering in the streets. Musk isn't here to play nice with the swamp creatures. He's here to drain it, one executive order at a time. Trump signs the paper. Musk makes it happen. It's a simple formula, but it's revolutionary in a system designed to resist change. And it's about time someone shook things up. Think about what this means for you, the viewer. Every time you've groaned at rising taxes, crumbling infrastructure, or a government that can't seem to do anything right, it's because of this exact problem. A bureaucracy that's more interested in self-preservation than serving you. Musk's approach flips that on its head. He's not asking permission from the entrenched elites. He's telling them to move, or get moved. That's the kind of leadership we need, and it's why the left is terrified. They've spent decades building this labyrinth of inefficiency to protect their power. Now, Trump and Musk are tearing it down, brick by brick. Let's talk history for a second, because this isn't the first time bold action has clashed with bureaucratic inertia. Look at Ronald Reagan. In 1981, he fired over 11,000 air traffic controllers who went on strike, defying federal law. The unions thought they could hold the country hostage. Reagan didn't negotiate. He acted. Air travel didn't collapse, it adapted. The message was clear. The people's business comes first. Trump and Musk are channeling that same energy. When an agency stalls an executive order, say, one to boost American manufacturing or secure our energy independence, they're not just delaying paperwork. They're holding you hostage, keeping your jobs, your security, your future on ice. Musk's job is to break those chains, and he's got the track record to do it. Contrast that with the left's vision. They'll tell you we need more government, more agencies, more oversight, more control. They'll say Musk's efficiency crusade is reckless, that it threatens critical functions. But what functions? The ones that lose billions to waste every year? The ones that can't build a wall or fix a road without a decade of studies? Look at California. Governor Newsom's high-speed rail project has burned through $30 billion since 2008, and they've got 100 miles of track to show for it. That's not critical, that's criminal. Efficiency isn't chaos, it's clarity. It's the results. And the American people deserve results, not excuses. Now, let's get to the meat of why this matters. Trump's executive orders aren't just random whims. They're promises he made to you on the campaign trail. Cut taxes? He'll sign it. Boost energy production? He'll sign it. Stop illegal immigration? He'll sign it. But without someone like Musk riding herd, those promises die in the swamp. Remember the travel ban in 2017? Trump signed it to keep us safe from unvetted threats. The court stalled it, sure, but the bureaucrats didn't help either, dragging their feet, leaking to the press, quietly cheering the resistance. Musk changes that game. He's the enforcer who says, "The boss signed it, so you're doing it now." That's not authoritarianism, that's accountability. And if you voted for Trump, that's what you signed up for. The left will scream about power grabs and endangering livelihoods. They'll say Musk is some rogue billionaire trampling on democracy. But let's cut through the spin. Democracy isn't 3 million unelected bureaucrats deciding what gets done. Democracy is you electing a president to lead, and that president making it happen. Musk isn't gutting the government, he's gutting the fat. He proved at Twitter that you can slash staff, focus on the mission, and still deliver. Imagine that in Washington. Fewer careerists, more results. Your tax dollars stop funding coffee breaks and start building bridges. That's not reckless, it's righteous. And here's where it gets polarizing, because we can't ignore the stakes. The administrative state isn't neutral, it's a weapon. For decades, it's been stacked with left-leaning lifers who push progressive agendas no matter who's in the Oval Office. Think about the IRS targeting conservative groups under Obama, or the FBI's cozy relationship with big tech. These aren't conspiracy theories, they're documented. When Trump tries to roll back their pet projects, green energy boondoggles, DEI quotas, endless regulations, they don't just resist, they rebel. Musk is the antidote. He's not beholden to their club. He's a capitalist, a builder, a guy who thrives on merit, not mandates. That's why they hate him, and why we need him. Picture this future. Trump signs an order to bring manufacturing back to America. Without Musk, it's a memo that gets studied for years, while factories rust in Ohio. With Musk, it's shovels in the ground by next spring. That's jobs for your kids, strength for your country, pride for your flag. Or take energy. Trump wants us drilling again, free from OPEC's leash. The EPA's eco-warriors will stall it, unless Musk marches in and says, "Permit it, or you're out." That's not a fantasy. That's what getting things done looks like. And it's why this duo could be the most transformative force since Reagan and Thatcher teamed up to bury socialism. So, where do you stand? If you're fed up with a government that takes your money and gives you nothing but headaches, Trump and Musk are your champions. If you think the system's fine, cozy, bloated, and broken, then keep cheering for the swamp. But ask yourself, when's the last time Washington delivered for you? Not the lobbyists, not the NGOs, you. This is about results, not renderings. Trump's the architect, Musk's the builder. And together, they're proving that America doesn't have to settle for sketches when we can have skyscrapers. Stay vigilant. The fight's just beginning.